I am Kat Wood, so welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a chatty video. I'm going to answer the several questions that I have been asked over the several Bibles that I have been sharing in the month of June. So I'm just going to put all of those questions in this one video. It's just going to be a chatty one. So a lot of you know, if you've been a subscriber on this channel, I do like to do those long videos, and several of you really enjoy them too. So I'm going to be touching bases on compact Bibles, my favorite compact Bibles, and this one in particular would be the premium, so the high-end compact Bibles. I will also do, I guess I already did the lower, I don't like to call them lower, cheaper, but the standard size Bibles. I've previously done that last winter, and I went through my all-time favorite compact on-the-go Bibles. But I can also go through again and see if there's anything that has been added to my collection or that has changed. But for this video in particular, I'm going to talk about the leathers. I'm going to talk about the font design, the font size, the boldness, just all of the good questions that we all have when we're looking at a Bible, especially if we're looking to purchase one of these Bibles. We want to make sure that we're getting the best ones. And just because I have my favorite, so if I say this one from this particular publisher is my favorite, it could be my favorite for this moment, and that means it just fits all of my needs right now. My favorites, they change all the time, and they change with depending on what I need for that moment. And my reasons for that moment also changes. So if I'm reading through the Bible really fast, so if I do like the 30-day shred, I'm going to share what Bible font helps with that, or if I want a slow, meditative, being engaging with the word. So that's what this video is going to cover, and hopefully it's going to be helpful for you. Hopefully you can pick up new tips that you can start seeing in your own collection. Maybe you don't like a Bible for a particular reason, just because it's not helpful for right now in what you need. Maybe 6 months from now, 3 months from now, you can go back to it and be like, wow, I like it now. I didn't back then, but for what I need right now in this moment, I really like it. So that has happened to me several times. Oops, sorry about that. That's the sorry. The little producer, he is here. Praise the Lord. He wasn't eating for a few days, which had Mom very, very worried. So, yes, we won't touch any more on that. Besides, he's doing good and continues. Okay, so the first one that I'm going to share is a brand new one for this channel. I have not reviewed it yet. I need to do a review over it. So I will come back and just do a review only on this particular Bible because I have yet to do one. So, but I have, I'm just going to share it and talk about it. The case. I love this case. Just got it. It is from Amazon. I think it was $11 or $13. I don't remember. I did look at a few of them. And I was mainly looking for one that was very compatible with this one. I've been using this one for like 7 years. You've seen it in several videos. You've seen it in several post pictures. Like, you've seen this little case everywhere. And it's just a little pen case. You can put your highlighters, your pens, and it's perfect. It slides over the personal size compact Bibles perfectly, and I use compact Bibles more than regular Bibles, so I don't need like a big pen case. Sometimes I do. I have several of those. You've seen them too, but sometimes I just need a couple of pens, particularly the pens that I'm going to be using in this Bible, and that's it. I don't want to carry a big pen case with me. And if I'm going to the doctor's office, I don't want to carry around my purse, my Bible, my pen case. Like, I don't want that. I need something to keep everything in close together and just real easy to go. it's ready, and I can just grab the Bible and everything's right there. I don't have to worry about anything. So I was on the hunt for this, could no longer find it, wasn't surprised, but I came along and found this one, which it's an upgrade from the other one because it holds even more. And what's cool about this, if I can find the link again, I will leave it linked, unaffiliated link in the description box. No, I'll do it in the pinned comment, so everyone can find it, because not everyone can find the description box. I'm not sure why. You just have to look under the title and push more, and my description box will be there. And always you can find my 2 Facebook groups. Links are located there too. All right, so I will have it linked in the pinned comments. This has 2 of them. So you get 2 of these pin cases, and they come with 3 Velcro straps. So it's not like it's just stuck on one. So if you have a compact Bible that you're using right now and you want to put it on a bigger one, or you want to put this in like a journal and a book or something else with it, you could totally just use a bigger strap and then just put, whatever you need, the stack that you want to take with you together. I love that idea. I love how you can change it to fit your needs. It's amazing. So what this one has, it has a front pocket right here. Both of them are the same. You're going to get 2 little sections for your pins, your pin case, and they're both going to be the same. All right, so you get the pocket up here, and you get a pin holder of 1, 2, 3, 4 pin holders, but I'm using these empty slots in this pocket as a pin holder too. It's not a pin holder, but there's just an empty slot, and I'm just using them for that. And then right behind it, you get this pocket that I'm putting like my rulers and my flags. I'm keeping them in there. And if that wasn't cool enough and held enough, you also have a pocket back here, and you could put your Post-it notes in it. So an amazing setup for the quality. The quality is amazing. I was unsure about the Velcro, like stacking it up, but I did. I took it to the test. I really stacked it up. I had a book and a journal with a Bible together, and the Velcro's strong. It does not move. So super impressed with that. Super impressed with the price. Again, Amazon, I will have it linked. If I haven't linked it within 2 days, you can remind me. But if this video has only been up for like 5 minutes, please don't spam me looking for the link. I will do it. But if I haven't done it within like a day or so, then you definitely remind me, because that means I did forget. All right, so we're going to slide this off. My little bee doesn't want to stay there. And this is that Esterbrook and Pins. B, absolutely love him. He's been amazing and been with me for a long time. It's a page holder, so it holds open your book that you're reading or your journal that you're reading. They always want to, like the bind books that I get, they want to close on me. So having a page holder like this, hold them up, it's very, very helpful. Okay, enough about the pin case and all that. I did get lots of questions about that when I shared it, so I did explain. I will have all that info in this video. Okay, so for the compact Bibles, the one that I am using and have been using since purchasing it, I love it. I love the size of it. I love the color of it. It just brings me, now don't get me wrong, I love color. It brings me joy having a bright, vibrant looking Bible, but I just like the standard black, red Bible. It just takes me back to my roots. And the very first premium Bible that I've seen was my dream Bible. It was black and red. There's just something about that combo. Those are my dad's favorite colors. Rest in peace. So it has a lot of meaning, black and red, to me. So this is called the 5 Solas. I think that's how you say it, Sola. Wording, I don't know for sure, but I know the meaning behind it. Again, I will share all that in the review coming up. This is not for this video. I'm going to just talk about the specs of this Bible. These are the original ribbons. Original. Look at the size of that. That's the original ribbons. Skylar can learn something or two from this. These are perfect in my opinion. They're not too long. Let me put it out here. They're not too long and they're not too short. All right. They have enough room to come to the edge and to still look like a good ribbon. Most of the publishers are having their ribbons barely at the tippy over here, and it looks ridiculous in my opinion. We don't need crazy long ribbons like I do. I've already explained that. If I have crazy long ribbons on a Bible, it's because it came out of another Bible. So I have multiple uses for my ribbons, and it's on purpose. But this is what I would like in all of my compact Bibles, to have this length of ribbon. It's just perfect for me. All right. Now, I find the compact for my hand size, it's perfect for on the go. And it's the heaviness of the Bible can also depend on how long of a day. If I have a long day out, I'm not going to want to take a real heavy, chunky monkey. I'm just going to want something real small, really lightweight, really easy to carry. All right. So this one in particular, this is the Legacy Standard, and it is called the PPR. So what the PPR stands for is Portable Paragraph Reference Bible. And it is from Steadfast, and it's in their website from my understanding. I believe it's the Steadfast Bibles. Their website is 316 Publishing. They're either, that's the website name, or they are teamed up with 316 Publishing. So that's from what I understand. Okay. Now this Bible, the font design, everything, the layout is perfect, especially for the size. I'm going to do comparisons with the PSQ. We all own PSQs. We all seen PSQs by now. And if you haven't, you can see it for yourself and determine which one will be best suiting your needs. I love the 2-column format. I love the bottom references and footnotes. It keeps the text up here very clean. But just look at the design. There is spacing between the wording, the letters, the print itself. It's nice and dark. Not too dark to where you're going to get a headache, but it's like it's the perfect, in my opinion, sit down, comfortable reading where you're just soaking up God's word. Now, if you were going to do any kind of marking, I am always coming to a Bible with the thought of, if I wanted to highlight a certain word, say I wanted to circle gather, how difficult is it going to be for me to either highlight it? How difficult am I going to have if I'm going to circle it? Could I just come in and circle it? Or am I going to have to go really careful and make sure that I'm not going to touch any other words? This one, it's a dream. The word spacing, it's perfect. The amount of words that they have in a sentence, it's perfect. Again, especially for my reading. The reading that I'm doing, it's just slow, everyday reading, meditating. I'm just going through the Bible like I do every year, front to back, reading it slow. I'm not doing any kind of like speed reading. If I was doing a speed reading, this font design is too big. When I have the bigger letters, I believe it's a 9. Where is this box, by the way? Okay, here it is. So for a small compact Bible like this, there are no specs on the box. I'm new to this too. I believe it's a 9. It looks like a 9. It reads like a 9. For a compact Bible, that's a good size. Perfect for slow reading. Meditative reading is what I say. When you're just wanting to really look and read every single word, and you want to understand every single word. Now, when I do a speed reading, or if I'm reading through a chapter really fast, I don't want something like this because my brain slows down for the size of the font that it is. I want something smaller so I can obtain a bigger chunk of it, so I can see more of it. Something like this makes me go slow. I have learned that. I don't know if everyone's like that, but that's definitely how I am. So let me do a comparison between the PSQ and the PPR. Let's just do it in the same book. Let's just go to Judges on both of them. They're not going to be the same chapter or nothing like that, but it's going to be both Judges. All right, so we can see the font, the print itself is really light over here with the PSQ. It's real light. The I don't know if it's really difficult for you guys to see it over there. I'm trying to work behind the little producer and I'm trying to show you. There we go. So the font on the right is printed darker. It is a size bigger, but I don't think, maybe a half. So if this is 8 on the left, the other one would be a 9 in my opinion, but it's darker. And I believe you can fit, even though it's bigger over here, you could fit more words over here. So I just, from the look of it, I haven't sat and counted every word in a sentence, but from first glance. All right, so that's those two together. Nuggy, I'm gonna have to try to move a little bit faster, Bubba. You gotta lay down. This right here is the Concord. Is this a Concord? Yeah, this is the Concord. So this is the Cambridge Concord. Next to the PPR on the right. Let's go to Judges 2. There we go. The Concord is smaller, but it is printed darker. So the Concord, this is the one where if I'm reading, and depending on the darkness of the print, I will get a headache with this one because it is so dark in the lighting that I read in. This is the perfect darkness. I don't need it too dark, but I do need it darker than over here. So we're going to look at all three right there. Try to find a better one so you can kind of see. That is a good idea. Let's just share so you can see how light the PSQ, how dark the Concord, Cambridge Concord, and how medium, in my opinion. That will put these two together, and this is like the medium. Perfect darkness is a PPR right there. Okay, so if you have a Cambridge Cameo, go to Judges again. Same thing. We still got the darkness, and it's like the 8-point font. You see the difference between the PSQ, Cambridge, and the PPR. All right, so that gives you an idea of where this printing is. Let's go to a different page because we all say, hey, sometimes the print on different pages looks different, and not at all. In my opinion, in the PPR, it's been very, very steadily. Okay, so there's that one. One more I'm going to compare it to will be the Alpha. And I'm trying to do all like different portable sizes. So we got the PSQ, we're going to have the Alpha over here. Now, the Alpha, in my opinion, is very compatible with the PSQ on top. So if we're doing these two together, I guess just do it like that. So you can see this is printed very, I love this layout too. I love the ESV translation, but I love this layout. But I would choose this one if I was doing a speed reading. Do you see how small the words are? They're more compact. I wouldn't choose this one necessarily for highlighting. I have more confidence in this one because the spacing in between the words versus over here. Not that these words are all squished in together, but you could tell there are more words in the sentence than there are over here because of the size of the words. So that's what I am trying to explain. When you know the purpose for the Bible. I need a Bible that I can go through, read up the chapter really fast, or study the chapter really fast. This is how my brain works. Your brain may not work like that. You may not even be able to see something like this, but just for me, I'm doing a speed reading, a fast study. This will be the font I would need, not this. This would be more of a hindrance to me. But the season that I'm in, I need this one, and this will be a hindrance. Okay, let's do a side by side with the PSQ and the Alpha. It's still lighter, like this is, oh, and this is the older version PSQ. I do have a newer version that I will do also a comparison, but it's still super light. That print in the PSQ is really light, even though crossway standard printing is always the same. It's in the middle. It's not super light and it's not super dark either. I've never seen any of their Bibles printed dark. So know what kind of light that you're reading in. Know what you're looking for when you go to purchase one of these Bibles. Okay, I'm doing a bunch of comparisons. Now let's do a comparison with a new. The new improved, I would say PSQ. All right, I did the art guild. The one that did the art guild. As you can tell, there's a red tint underneath it. It was way too light for me. It was even patchy. Very disappointed to see it patchy. So I went in and put a fern green color in it. I'm not sure if I would add a second color or not. I kind of like that red undertone just because of this cover. It just gives it a real nature feel, kind of like a two-tone color even. But I don't know. I haven't decided fully. So let's show you. I'm sorry, Nuggy. I'm sorry, Bubba. We gotta put you down, baby. I keep hitting that. It's gonna annoy the people. I love you. I love you. I love you. He's gonna jump right back up here. I gotta try to move this faster. It's already 20 minutes in. All right, so we're gonna show you PSQ and PSQ side by side. This one is New King James and the other one's ESV. They don't have. You're still gonna try to come up? Oh, okay, come on. I figured you were gonna do that. All right, so they don't have all the PSQs large. There's only the ESV and the New Living Translation. That's it. That's the only two that you can get in a larger size. Let me pull you back a little bit so you can see the difference. There is a significant difference when it comes between the two of them, not only on the text block, but also, again, I changed the ribbons in the blue one. Did not like the size ribbons. I guess I can show you because I don't plan on doing a review over it. I've done a review over the PSQs several times, but they come. So this is a mahogany. Where's the sapphire box? This is a sapphire box right here. All right. So these are the ribbons that it came with. Very amazing quality. The quality is not my complaint. The quality is the size. So the text block will bend right here, and this is what we have left. Just that little bit amount. Like, in the way I see it, it is too small. On this one, it's perfect. I love this size. This size is amazing. They just needed another inch, 2 inches even would be amazing, and I'd leave it alone. These are too long. These came out of a different Bible, and I'm going to put them back in the original Bible, but they're just here for now because I needed something to be in on my Bible. All right. So looking at the comparison of these two, I like the thinness of this one versus the thickness of this one. And this is a full yap. It touches. It even overlaps. So the full yap, you will get more of a Bible because of that. So it will seem like it's bigger. The tooling would be where the text block is at. So if we see that, the tooling is right on it. So if you want to see this text block versus this text block, you could tell the difference just from where the tooling is on there. But so if you wanted a quick portable Bible, this one is easier to take because of its size. No, Bubba, we can't go up there, sweetie. You don't. There's a lot of stuff over there versus this one over here. Now, really quick, talking about the cover. I'll have a lot of questions that have been asked over this, and I have asked questions before purchasing this because I kind of had a question from the looks of the photos that they had. From the looks of the photos, it looks like living water. Tell me this doesn't look like pool water. This really looks like pool water. It's gorgeous. I mean, the color tones of the ink, they have 3 different color inks in there. It's not like the mahogany or the black pearl. Now, no two leathers are ever the same. That's something else that we have to remember. This is the black pearl. So this is the black MMC, marble mahogany. This is the same kind of leather, but this is the black version of it. Okay. And then the original MMC right here. So these two leathers are alike, but they're just different colors, and you can tell like the grain pattern is way different. This is smoother, even though you could see grain pattern very clearly. It's just smooth to the touch. This, you can see grain pattern very clearly. Again, very smooth, soft to the touch. All right. This one, anything with this new crackle look is what I'm calling it, because there is a crackle look to it. You can see from the photos and from this video, there's some crackling going on. You can feel every little crackle, every little scratch, every little a wrinkle, every little, it's dry to the touch. There's nothing soft about this. This feels like you're holding a piece of sandpaper. When I pulled off the papers, the little white papers that you've seen in the box, when I slid them off, I felt like it was chalk, hands on a chalkboard going down the chalkboard, because I felt every little crackling and I seen it from the photos, but no one was describing the cover correctly at all to me. One person did say it was thicker, that the leather is thicker, and I do agree with them. It is a good thick quality leather. Now come on, Bubba. That's why I put you down over there, because you couldn't see it. The quality of leather is amazing. The dye is amazing. Everything about it is amazing. But if you are overstimulated, like how I get, when it comes to this kind of texture, and I love textured Bibles, you've seen my other two, I don't like feeling this kind of texture. So be aware of that. And I'm trying to show you extra. There we go. It's not like a smooth, supple texture. It is a dry sandpaper feel. All right. Which is way opposite from this. So you got to know the leather that you like before purchasing a Bible like this. If you enjoy the dry, soft, like thick feel leather, you're going to adore these Bibles. The camel, the olive green, all of that. You're going to really like this. I'm not a fan of that. I'm more of a fan of the soft. The covers that you can scratch easily, that's my cup of tea. This one, I could sit here and scratch all day and there is nothing that's going to happen to it. Literally, nothing's going to happen to it because of all the texture that is already on it. So this is the perfect on-the-go Bible. All of these are just, you can slide it across the table, no problem. You can have it slide it across a bench, no problem. Nothing's going to happen to it. This, you cannot do that. You can see every little scratch that's been slid across the table, that's been placed across the table. When it comes, this is the saddle leather. When it comes to like the saddle leather, the Tuscany's, the Wellington leather, the Horraine, all of those soft, supple, creamy leathers that I prefer, it's you can really damage them very easily. But that's part of why I like them. I like seeing my own personal adventure on that particular Bible. All right, so did want to share that, did want to show you. Warning, if you don't like the dry, crackly feel, do not get these Bibles because you're really going to feel it. If you're curious about it, go ahead. You may, and it does, I don't know if I got used to it, or I don't know if the more oil my hands, not that I'm super oily, but I do use a lot of lotions. So if over time with me just holding it and using it and reading it, it does fade. The feeling does fade. I don't know if I got used to the texture, but it does fade. This is why we want full Bibles. I just had this for a few days, pulling it out of my purse, and I already scratched that. You don't see nothing on a full Bible. The Yap really protects the gilding from anything like that happening. So that's something else. Okay, now what else did I want to share with you? The Humble Lamb, my go-to all-time favorite. I love Humble Lamb Bibles, you all. You've seen my collection of Humble Lamb Bibles. You heard me rave about them since the beginning, and I keep telling you every single video, they keep getting better and better and better. This is their first edition of their calf skin, their very first edition, and they, again, like everything else, they hit it right out of the park with this one. I mean, that blue just catches your eye. You can be walking through a crowd and people are going to be looking at the Word of God because of this color. This will be the one I'm going to be taking out to the 4th of July parade. I'm going to get photos with this one. It's just, the cutest chunky monkey. I mean, the weight is going to be difficult because it is a thicker Bible. It does weigh more. I would like it if it was a little bit thinner, but it is what it is. There's photos. I already know all about the Bible, so I choose to do it. Now, obviously, I changed the ribbons because I'm Kat. I change ribbons. I add art gilt. It's my Bible. I like doing that. So I did change the ribbons, and I did not permanently place these ribbons in there. I changed my ribbons to where I can switch them out in between any Bible I want. So if I want this set of ribbons in my PSQ, only thing I have to do is slide out the card and put this pair into this. So that's why I sometimes have really long ribbons on a Bible, because it came out of a little bit bigger Bible like this. Okay, so the art gilt that I'm about to show you in this, it's not this particular picture, but it is a design like this, a beautiful, beautiful design. I love these photos on here. I love the designs that they do. They're the only publisher that does that. My only issue, because I have OCD, and I don't like it. I don't like having the design break up, the picture. I don't like having the picture broke up. So when I'm sitting here reading, my eyes can't help but to go over here and try to figure out what's broken over here, what needed to go where. Like it disturbs my eyes from being here. I can't keep it separated. I don't know if everyone does that. So if I'm reading over here, I'm like, oh Jesus, and I take my mind off of what I'm reading to try to figure out the photo over here. So that's me. That's the problem that I have. So I know I can fix it. It's nothing to do with Humble Lamb. It's a beautiful Bible. I love, this is my husband's Bible. I love everything about their Bibles. Nothing to do with their Bibles. They used to give you the option to have art gilt or the foredge, which that's called the foredge. Now they took away the art gilt. Now I do the art gilt myself. So to fix that problem, you can still see the picture, but it's just, it's like a hidden. So it's like a hidden surprise. You can see Jesus, you can see the tomb, him and his Mary and Joseph looking down at him. So you could still see it. Jesus on the cross, the angel standing at the tomb, but it's just like a hidden a hidden secret. So now when I'm going and I'm reading, I just see the blue art gilt. I am no longer being distracted by what's going on over here. My mind, my attention is solely focused right here in and on God's word. All right. So it looks good. It no longer disturbs me because the photo is split up. I wanted to give you like an overview of this full yap. Now they've done the personal size. There we go. They've done the personal size before. This is the second edition. I do have the first edition, but this is the second one, and they've added this full yap. So this is a chunky monkey with the full yap. I mean, this is a gorgeous, well handcrafted Bible. I adore that. They did such an amazing job. So if you wanted to see them side by side, if you just have the first edition history, which my husband has the first edition, that's what the first edition will come like. If you get the first edition, they will print it as a first edition. The second edition will just have handcrafted. So that's how you know if you got a first edition on your hands or if you just got the regular, like the second edition or a standard Bible. All right, so mine lays flat a little bit better because I use mine. My husband's he's trying to get into Bibles, but over time his will lay flat like this too. But that's not what we're looking at. We're going to look at the difference it makes on these Bibles. Like, it really boxes in the way the text block is laid out versus, I mean, this still does a great job. And everyone's preference for Bibles, the way like their design, their aesthetic for a Bible, some may look at this and be like, yeah, that's way too much. There's too much going on out here. This is too much. I prefer this. I totally get it. Not all two people like the same thing. The same thing with the leather of the blue one, the sapphire. Several people love that leather. I understand. I get it. Just we all don't like the same thing. So that's why I wanted to do this video in particular, so you can see which Bibles you're wanting. You're coming into Humble Lamb. You have your choice of I don't even think this is a semi-yap. They may put it as semi-yap, but I don't think so. Just a standard Bible versus a full Yap Bible, which one do you want more? So I'm doing this video so you can see. Pick out the one that you choose. All right, and then again, you don't get all translations, but there are 2 translations. If you had 2 ESV PSQs, do you want the standard size or do you want the one that is full Yap? And then you get the comparison right there. Nuggy, please quit scratching me. And then if you're trying to figure out which type of leather do I want, oh, come here. Do I want the soft, supple, soft, scratchable leathers, or do I want the textured leathers? All right. I don't know what else I have to talk about. I shared all the Bibles. I talked about the text blocks, why I like which one. Now, if I'm doing a slow, soft reading, this is it. This is it. And the floppiness, that's something else. I love floppy Bibles. I like it when my Bible is melting in my hands. When I can roll up the Bible pages like this, that I love that. Oh, I really like that. A lot of people, they may not like that. So, know what the Bible does. If you don't like a floppy Bible like this is a goat skin. A lot of goat skins. It is a full Yap goat skin. I would suggest a calf skin. So let me show you what I'm talking about. A lot of calf skin. These are 2 cameos. Same size, same everything, no full Yap, no non-Yap. They're the same Bible. The only difference between these 2, this one down here has the Apocrypha in it, so it is a little bit chunkier, but these are the 2 same Bibles. We have the goat skin here and the calf skin here. The calf skin is nice, soft, again, supple. You're going to be able to scratch it better. The goat skin is textured and it will take up and hold your scratches. You can beat it up. Like, you can be a little bit rougher when it comes to the goat skin. The goat skin is floppy. The goat skin will melt in your hands. Let me get to Bible text area. It will melt in your hands. It loosens up over time. Okay? Unlike the calf skin is, I haven't gotten one since 2020. So it's been 5 years since I've got a Cambridge Bible. So I don't know if their calf skins are still not edge line. So if they've changed that by now, that's good. But I don't know. But their calf skins, they're stepped. Look, it's trying to melt because it is 6 years old, 5 years old, but it is keeping its form. When the Bible's open, it's keeping its form, and that's due to the cardstock that they have over here. It's not leather lined, it's a hard cardstock. So that helps keep the structure of the Bible nice and stiff. I know they have a this one, a Moroccan. This is a Moroccan leather. Their Moroccan leather is also the same. That does not melt. Nuggy, quit trying to do that. It does not melt in my hands. It's just like the calf skin. It is a stiffer Bible. So if this is something that you want, or like or prefer, that would be the choice that you get. If you like this, you're not going to want to get a goat skin because the goat skin will just melt on your lap and in your hand. Okay, so there are some options right there, some more helpful information I can give you that I have learned over the years about these Bibles. I'm trying to think. I think that's everything. I've learned why I like different designs for different things. When it comes to this new design, or bigger layout, I should say, the printing is darker than the original, but not like so dark that it's like I don't even think, yeah, I think it's darker than that one. Not too much. I think just because the words are bigger. If these words were smaller on the PPR, I think they would be very, very compatible. But this layout really reminds me of the Alpha. Where's my Alpha in this collection? Over here. And I mean, and it's literally the same translation. So this is both ESV Bibles. We have the Alpha. Let me put this down. Maybe time to get you off since I'm towards the end. The last time I did this video, my phone shut off because I took you off. So I was trying not to do that, but I'm going to be very careful. Okay. So there's the Alpha. Both are ESV. And this looks darker than this. This looks a little bit bigger. Not too much. No, I don't think so. I think it's the same size. Yeah, it is. Now looking off of the phone, or out of the phone, I should say, this one is like, it's darker, it's bigger, but I don't think it has more words. I think this may have one or two more words in a sentence versus this one, but they're very, 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 as you could tell, compatible. I mean, it would almost be the same Bible. I guess I could try to go to the same chapter to see if that will help. Second Chronicles or first 16. Oh yeah, right here. That's good. That's good. Well, that says 17. Let's go to 17 then. All right. So yeah, and I do like the drop caps on the other one. But again, it would depend on which Bible I choose, on the lighting. Where am I sitting? The atmosphere that I'm going to be at. If I'm in a comfortable atmosphere, I could take the bigger Bible, the one that's going to have like more to hold, to handle. So when I'm reading my Bible, I'm going to show you how I do it here and why I like the compact Bibles. I read my Bible like this on the couch in my bed. I read it like this. All right. And sometimes with the full yaps, it helps train it so it will tuck in the full yap. But depending on how floppy the Bible is or how big, like I couldn't really do it because you could see how uncomfortable the Bible looks and how comfortable I am holding it. All right. So my favorite way of holding a Bible, I couldn't do because of the size of the Bible and not really the full yap, because the full yap can bend, but I would have to now change the way that I'm comfortably reading to accommodate the Bible. And you don't necessarily want to do that. You want to get the perfect Bible to fit your needs. Now, if I'm sitting down copying scripture, I need the bigger font, the darker font, the bigger Bible. So this would be the one that I would choose over something like this to write down scripture. So there's certain things, just know what you need your Bible for. Be very aware of why you're purchasing something like this, because these Bibles are going to last many, 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 many lifetimes. And it's not like you're only going to be stuck with one. I mean, you see my collection. My collection would be kind of big because I do like different color. I do like different leathers. I do like different styles, but it wouldn't be as extensive as it is right now because I am a Bible reviewer. This one right here, I like the way it fits in my hand. If I wanted to hold it my favorite way, which is right here, you can see how straight and how it forms. It's ready to be read for hours and enjoyed for hours. So pay attention to how you enjoy reading what different font designs that you like, if you like the single column, the double column. As you can tell from every single Bible that I've shown you, it's the double column layout. I really love that design, that layout. And so far, everything that I've enjoyed, all my needs that I need right now, I keep coming to this one. I like everything about the new one. I like the font design. If I'm going to sit here and read, I can read it my favorite way, even though it has the full yap. If I wanted to keep one hand, I mean, if I'm reading from the right side or the left side, I could just roll up the end. So yeah, I really like this. I don't know why it's not being talked about a lot. I've only heard about this because Johnny O had sent me his Bibles to do the art guild. That's the only reason why I've ever heard of the 316 publishing in the first place. So, another comparison, one last comparison I can do would be the Tuscany and the saddle. The saddle, they are very, very compatible. The only thing that's different is the color, like the thickness. This is a very thick, stiff leather, which I like that because it helps the floppiness. Again, it is a calfskin. Typically, the calfskins are like that. This is a really thin leather, but I don't know. We like what we like, you know. We all know. I did change the ribbons on this one too. But all right, I hope I answered all the questions. I should have written them all down, but if you do have any more questions, if I forgot something, if I skimmed over something and said I'd come back to it, I do apologize. I do that sometimes. But if you do have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I do love communicating with you all, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. As always, remember, be a creative tool in our Father's art box. I will talk to you all later. Bye.